Can souls reincarnate and come back as animals? And the answer to that is yes. If Source created it, you can come back and have whatever experience that you choose to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the soul doula, who is an animal medium, I'm going to let her share one of her experiences with this little feisty feral cat who was a Siberian tiger in his past life. Let's look at this.
So I did an animal communication last week, and I gotta tell you what this fucking cat told me. The reason why the person came to me is because she's had this cat for a couple years. He hisses at everybody who walks past him, doesn't really like humans, doesn't really like other animals, and she does have other animals in the home, and she wanted to know why he's so fucking feral. So she sends me a photo of the cat, and the cat looks mean as hell. I'm not even gonna lie, I wish I could show y'all the photo, but I'm trying to respect her privacy. But when I say I knew this was about to be hell. And so I start reading into his energy, and he was like, what do you want? I don't have time for this. First the fuck of all, who are you talking to? And so I'm like, well, your mom wants to know, like, what's going on with you? Like, why don't you like other animals? And he told me that in a past life, he was a Siberian tiger and that he lived in Tanzania. And I'm like, well, I thought tigers came from Asia. And he told me to look it up. And that's why he don't like humans, because we think we know everything. And I'm like, well, excuse me, bitch. I mean, but you ain't wrong. So I looked it up, and basically they were saying like tigers actually originated in Africa, but it's very rare that you would see a tiger in Africa. And so what he was telling me is that tigers don't travel in packs. He lived his last life by himself. But the reason why he needed to be a cat in this life is because he's about to take a human incarnation. And so he needs to be domesticated.
Next life, he is going to come back as a human. Okay? I want y'all to pay attention to that. All right. Go ahead, Soul Doula.
And my response was, well, if you need to be domesticated, like, why aren't you trying harder? And he was like, I don't like what I don't like. And I'm like, well, okay, my bad. And so I asked him, like, well, how can we help you? Like, is there anything we could do to make your life better? And he said, well, firstly, he wants them to stop talking to him in that baby voice because it's degrading.
Remember when I shared that video with y'all where the lady who communicates with baby souls, they were saying they don't like that baby voice. They don't like that, oh, my little. They don't like that because they are divine beings, very intelligent. So let's watch that, okay? And animals don't like it either.
And so I asked the mom, like, are y'all talking to him in like a baby voice or something like that? And she's like, yeah, me and my daughter do, because he is crazy. Like, we just be trying to, smooth things over. And I was like, well, he doesn't like that shit. And then he told me he would rather be outside, like he prefers to be hunting. And so I brought that up to mom, and mom was like, yeah, as soon as I walk in the house, he puts his hand on my foot to ask me to let him outside. And he spends most of his day outside. And so I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry, sister. I don't think that it's going to get better. And so I started channeling her second cat, because her second cat was peeing on the couch. And she's like, she just wanted to figure out what was going on. This was actually an interesting conversation because she confirmed something for me that I was dealing with in my personal life. And so her couch is memory foam, and she told me that memory foam holds energy, and that's why they're putting it in everything. And because it holds energy, the energy can get really dense in the couch, and then entities can come up and through the couch. And so she will pee on it to close the portal. I was motherfucking shook because I thought the same thing, because I have a memory foam bed and my cat kept peeing on my fucking bed. And so like I scrubbed my bed, I flipped it over, she wasn't doing it anymore. But it was giving me this feeling that memory foam was the problem, and I was talking about it on my platform a couple years ago. So yeah, I thought that shit was interesting. And on top of that, I honestly feel like animal communication is almost better than getting a psychic reading, because animals have soul contracts with y'all to help y'all to develop. They're kind of like our companions. And so if you don't know what you're here to do, or if you don't know what you're struggling with in life, the animals will flat out tell you. Like,
so there you have it. Now, I know that thing about the memory foam, I'm not surprised, because I remember when I was in this relationship and Spirit had to get me out of that relationship because it wasn't a good one. And it wasn't until I changed my mattress cover, which had memory foam in it, because I would always be feeling so achy and I couldn't put my finger on it. But when I changed that mattress cover and put a brand new mattress cover, all of the achiness in my body went away, because it was still holding on to his toxic ass energy. You see, Listen to the animals and stop talking to them like a baby. And if you got any questions or you want to have, some services done for your pet, to find out what your pet got to say, holla at the soul doula. She'll be more than happy to help you guys out. You know what? Maybe you were an animal in your past lives. I've gotten some comments and some DMs on that too. So now if you want to find out, click that link in the bio, and book your past life session. And remember, I still have that summer sale going on the sessions where you can get 15% off. You still think it ain't real? Yep.